Hey guys, Mike here, Animation Tutorials, and welcome back to a new video. Right guys, well today we are going to do a subscriber request as I typically do, and the request for today was, can you model a simple desk? Okay, so that's what we're going to do, easy peasy, all right, cool. And actually we're going to UV it and texture it as well, just so you know, all right. So we're going to start off by creating a polygon cube. There we go. We're going to hit R to scale it up, and then we're going to push it in until we have an initial, let's call it a board section. Okay. Now we're going to probably be able to use a couple of these while we copy them over. So what we're going to do is we're going to UV and texture this. So once we duplicate it, we don't have to go in and UV and texture it again. All right. Make that a bit thicker. There we go. So I'm going to select this guy. I'm going to go up to UV. I'm going to do an automatic projection. And then I'm going to go up to UV and UV editor. And we're going to right click, go to shell, and let's see what we got. All right, so this one down here is apparently the one on my left. So I'm gonna right click, go to shell, take that, hit W, move that up. And then I'm gonna right click and go to edge, select that edge and go to polygons, move and so. Select that one, hit G to repeat that, G to repeat that, G to repeat that, and we'll stick that one over there. Okay. We're going to right click at a shell and we're going to go up to polygons and layout, and it's fitted nicely. All right. So that one's done. Let's see if you can find a nice texture for it. All right. So I'm going to right click, assign new material. We'll do a Lambert. And there we go. We're going to go in next to our color tab, hit our checker in our attribute editor, and we're going to select file. I'm going to go up here into the folder, and I'm going to look for my wood texture. There we go. I'm going to select this checkered sphere to see how it's positioned. Now, right now, the direction of the wood is going that way, and let's see if we're going to keep it like that. I'm going to go to UV and UV editor, and let's hit rotate. Hang on, right click shell, rotate, rotate, and W, and kind of bring that back in, and I'll just turn that off so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So that's one element. Still not quite sure if this is too thick, so I'm gonna select it, hit R, and kind of push that in a little. All right. So that's gonna be one section. Then I'm gonna select it. I'm gonna hit Control D to duplicate it, hit W, and pull that over. So we have the left side and the right side. Let's see if that looks okay. I guess it does. And then we're gonna borrow that for our top. So we're gonna hit Control D again. We're gonna hit E to rotate, hold down J to snap it in parts of 15 degrees. We're going to hit W, we're going to bring that up. Have a look from this view. I have to zoom in. I'll hit 4 for wireframe mode so you can kind of see where it's at. There we go. We're going to bring that over here. We're going to hit R to bring that out. And I want this to stick out at both ends, but not too much. So let's bring that up just slightly. And then we'll have it stick out exactly. Let's align this. I'll take this and bring that in. Okay, so we've got one cube sticking out, if you will. Okay, I'll take this one, put that right there, and then we're going to select this, right click at our vertex, drag select these two, and bring that in so we're exactly at one. Okay, now because we stretched that one out, we're going to check our UV. So we're going to go to object mode, UV, and UV editor, and that still looks okay. That's good. Now we're going to need a board in the back here, and that's typically a bit thinner. So we're going to hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate. Again, hold down J to snap to 90 degrees. Hit W, push that back a little. And from our top view, we're going to hit 4 for wireframe mode. You can see that you can go back, and you don't want to go back all the way. Okay, so let's do somewhere around there. Okay, we're going to bring that down, and you don't want that to go all the way down. So first we're going to align the top like that. Then we're going to right click and go to vertex, select the bottom section, and bring that up to maybe a bit more than that. Let's do something like that. And then we're going to right click to object mode, and we're going to hit R, and we're going to scale that in until we are aligned like so. All right. So that's typically how that would look, which is cool, I guess. Yeah. So now, excuse me, we need to create some drawers. And what I'll do is I'll actually turn off the grid because that's a bit annoying. Go up to display, turn off grid. All right, so I'm going to take one of these once again. Control D to duplicate, W to move over. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to shorten that somewhat. So the best way to do that is to go to this view. We're going to right click at a vertex, take these two, bring that up like so. Looks like we're still doing good. And now at this point, you need to be careful for UV repetition or texture repetition, okay? Because, well, actually, we're going to see this. We're not going to necessarily see that, but we will see this, okay? So I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to go to object mode. I'm going to go to UV and UV editor. And let's see, right click shell. There it is. Just for now, and we're going to fix that all later. I'm just going to pull it down a bit, just so that it kind of remembers me that we need to deal with that, okay? Excuse me. So I'm going to right click, go to object mode. I'm going to move this over a little bit. I guess that would be a bit better. Yeah. And then I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J to snap it once again to 90 degrees. And we're going to fit that in between right there. So from this view, looks like I didn't rotate it correctly. E to rotate, hold on J. That seems to be better. Yeah, it is. All right. So we're going to hit W. We're going to move that. Something's wrong, guys. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to hit Control Z to go back. I guess I did something wrong there. Once again, E to rotate, hold down J to snap. That's better. All right. We're going to W, we're going to bring that out. We're going to make that fit in between. So we'll bring that down right there. And then we're going to right click and go to vertex. Take that and bring that in. Okay, and in the back there, you can see that it needs some work. And that's only because we brought this in. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click at object mode, and we're going to take these two, and only these two, and we're going to go to mesh and combine for now. Let's see how we're going to do that. Then we're going to right click, go to vertex. We're going to hit 4 for wireframe mode. We're going to take all of those, and those. We're going to hit 5 And we're going to bring that in until they're invisible. Yeah, like that. And then we can turn back our texture. Turn it back on, right? Okay, cool. So now, depending on whether you want to have working draws or not, right, we need to see how we're going to deal with that, okay? So what we can do is we're going to take a polygon cube, pull that over, pull that out. We're going to hit R, and we're going to start to kind of shape that into something that would fit. And remember, we need 3 of these. So let's have a look from this view. First, we're going to deal with the width. Bring that up a little bit. We're going to right click, go to vertex, take these 2 and bring that in. Let's give that a little bit more space there. Like that. Now we are going to have 3, so I'm going to right click and go to object mode. Control D to duplicate. W to push up to about there. And hit Shift D. As you can see, the whole thing is a bit too high. So I'm going to select all 3 of them. Not that, just those. And then I'm going to hit R. And I'm going to kind of bring that in, but not like that. Mesh combine. Modify center pivot. R to scale down just a little. And then hit W and bring the whole thing down, like so. Okay. All right, and now that we have that, I'm going to go to Mesh and Separate. And this is the tricky part. Now we're going to right click on the vertex. We're going to drag select the top vertices. So click on that one, right click vertex, and only those. And then shift click on that one, right click vertex, drag select, like that. And we're going to bring those down. And reason for that is that we need room for the front of our draws as well. So we got that. Okay. And you want to have some space in there as well. So we know that these are good. So now I'm going to right click, take that one and delete them. Take that one, hit W, hang on, modify center pivot, pull that out. Right click face, select that face, edit mesh and extrude. Let's hit R, like so. G to repeat, W to push down, like that. That's all right. Now let's find a slightly different texture for that. Hang on. Okay, first we're going to UV it. So we're going to right click at object mode. We're going to go to UV and UV editor. Put this over to the side, come on. We're going to go to UV and let's do an automatic projection. Hang on guys, right click object mode, modify center pivot, UV automatic projection, yeah. So now if you go over here, you can see what's what. We're going to right click at a shell and I'm looking for the inner side there. So select that, hit W, move that up. And we're going to start to stitch the rest together. So right click edge, take that, go up to move and sew, go there, hit G to repeat, there, G to repeat, G to repeat. And then we're going to work our way to the front. Actually, we don't want that. Let's see. Just looking at how that's projected. I don't really want that. And I'm just looking at how that will be seen, if at all. Okay, and we'll leave that as is for now. We're going to take the bottom, and we're pretty much going to repeat that process. So right-click edge, move and so, G to repeat. I'm going to right-click at a shell and move it out of the way for a sec. Edge, move and so, move and so. And let's connect that up here, like so. And yeah, we'll do it like that, okay? So I'm gonna take that, go up to, actually, let's do right-click UV, select all of that, and go to layout. That's good for now, right? So we're gonna right-click, go to object mode, right-click assign new material, Lambert, hit our checkered box, hit file, folder, and we're gonna look for our lightwood material. And the alignment should be okay right now. It looks like it is, okay. And then we're gonna borrow this section, or this one, doesn't really matter. We're gonna Control D to duplicate, W to pull out, E to rotate, and hold down J to snap, like so. We're gonna hit R, we're gonna scale it down quite a bit. And let's use that as a front panel for our drawer. Hit W to bring that down. And that's gonna be the tricky part, because as we duplicate the drawers, we need to make sure that they fit properly. So on the left, it looks all right. I'm going to right click go to vertex. Then I'm going to bring that one out like so. Guess that's good. From a top view, let's have a look and see what's going on here. Right click object mode, bring that out, hit R, give it some thickness, and then W to push back in. Let's have a look from the top. And there you go. Now we will need to adjust that a little bit. So I got the front part, so that part and that part. Let's move that in to a point where it's all sitting the way it should. To about there. And at the back end, we're going to right click and go to vertex. And we're going to bring that back like so. All right. So now when we duplicate that, we'll have some gaps on the top there. First, let's make sure that this fits perfectly, because that's kind of important. Okay. So this is going to be the front of our draw here. Excuse me. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click at our vertex, and we're going to bring that out to here. And this we're going to bring out to here. Okay. Because that simply makes more sense, right? And then the bottom part has to come down like that. And just quickly checking, we'll right click at object mode and just bring it up slightly. Excuse me, like that, right? So now that we have that, we're going to shift select that. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, and we're going to bring that up. And we will have to do some adjustments. let's say to about there, and then we're going to hit Shift D to duplicate that. Okay, and then we're going to kind of tweak that a little bit. So that would be good. And then we're going to need to middle out this guy here without selecting the entire disk. All right. So let's see what we got there. Okay. Now we're not quite there yet because typically when you have something like this going on, you will have boards in the middle. So we're going to take this, and I'll take all these sections here. I'm going to hit Control G to group it, and I'll just call that desk. Okay, and then we're going to go to Windows and Outliner, take that, hit Control H to hide it. So I kind of want to have boards here in the middle. So I'm going to start with one, and for that, I'll take one of these guys, Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold down J to snap to 90 degrees. We're going to hit R to kind of stretch that out. And I don't want to do it in that direction, so I'm going to hit E to rotate it that way. Then I'm going to hit R, and we're going to kind of move that in here and bring that down. Have a look from this view. Okay, so it's going to hold the drawer, and we can see it over there. We're going to right click, go to vertex. We're going to bring that over to, I can't see the sides right now because that's hidden. So what I'm going to do is go to display, show all. So now I can see it. All right. So that will go all the way to there and to there, which is good. Let's have a look from this view. I'm going to need to fix that UV. Okay, so first I need to push that in a bit. Have a look from our top. Let's see what we got, guys. And what I'll do here is I'll hit Control H on this guy so I can kind of see it a bit better. Now that looks all right, except for the direction of the UV. So I'm going to go to UV editor, right click shell, and let's rotate and rotate that. Much better. Polygons layout looks okay. And then I'm going to right click at object mode, select that and copy that down. So Control D to duplicate. Let's bring that down to right there. There's one little tweak we need to do. And then we're going to Shift D to do that once more. All right, and then what we need to do is right click vertex, take these two and bring that in. We'll do the same here. Bring that in and right click vertex and bring that in. Okay. We're going to go back to display and show all. Yeah, looks all right. Cool. So what we need to do now is we need to group these guys. So I'm going to go to Windows Outliner, select my desk group, hit Control H to hide that. All right. And these boards should be part of that as well, but that's okay. These two, we're going to go to mesh and where'd it go? Combine. G to repeat. And G to repeat. Take these, go to display, show all, hit Control H on that, and now I can add these guys to that group. All right. So now we need to create some handles. So display and show all once again. Let's create some handles for the doors or for the drawers. Okay. So the way to do that is to take a polygon torus, pull that out, F to zoom in. Let's see, subdivisions is okay, I guess. Yeah. We're going to have a look from the top, F to zoom in. We are going to right click and go to face, drag select half and delete it. And then we're going to right click and go to vertex, select half of that. Let's see. And just to make that even, I'm going to right click and go to edge, double click on that edge and go to edit mesh and delete edges and vertices. Okay, that's better. All right. So now that we have that, we're going to right click, go to object mode, kind of move that over here so we can kind of eyeball that. Okay, way too big, obviously. Go to modify center pivot. We're going to scale that down quite a bit. Hit W, move that in and have a look. Size-wise, it's okay, I guess. Let's see if it's in the middle. Looks like it is. I'll do it a little bit more to the top. Control D to duplicate. And Shift D. There we go. Let's give these a shader. Assign new material. Let's do a Lambert. And I don't know, we'll make them white. Okay. So that's pretty much our desk. Now, what I just want to do here is take this and go to Mesh Combine, do the same here, hit G to repeat, same here. G to repeat. So now you can take one of these, go to Modify Center Pivot, we'll do the same here, and same here. You can take one of these and kind of pull that open, or pull that open. That's kind of the idea. All right, cool. Let's set up, I'll just hit go back there. Let's set up a quick scene so we can do a render. I'll take a polygon plane, hit R to scale that up, like so. Hit W to move that down. All right. And we're gonna right click and assign new material, Lambert, and do white. Let's turn on our resolution gate here. Okay. And we're going to go to view and bookmark, edit bookmark, and we'll call that new. Apply and close. We'll go and create some lights, create lights and do an area light. pull that up. Hit 7 on our keyboard so we can actually activate the light. We're going to hit T to aim it. And let's increase the intensity a bit. All right, I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate that light. Bring that down a bit. And in that light, I'm going to go to Shadows and turn off Ray Trace Shadows. And then I'm going to hit Control D again to duplicate that once again. Bring that back here and bring that in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go to View, Bookmark, and New. And let's see if we can do something with the intensity of our light because it's quite dark, as you can see. So we're going to go to Window Outliner. Let's do intensity of 4 on that one, 4 on that one, and 4 on that one. Okay, let's give this a quick test render. I'll pause the video, see you guys in a sec, and let's see what we need to do. Right, guys, well, there you have it. There's our disk. I think it turned out okay. So if you have any questions, as usual, leave them in the comments and I'll help you if I can. For those of you who are patrons to my site, you will find this file and all the texture files in the shared folder drive. And that said, thank you guys for watching and I'd love to see you guys again. Bye.